Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we're getting into some more Tower of God webtoon, and I honestly don't know what we're gonna get into with these chapters because Bum is unconscious. He's dealing with some stuff after having the needle's power take over a little bit. The Hell Train is gone with Rachel and Cassano, and we have an idea of a plan about how we're going to get back on that, but at the moment we seem to be in a bit of a waiting position to see what happens with Bomb. We cut back to some of the test stuff that's still going on with the other people who are trying to get on the Hell Train. There's that. We've got some other members of the team, both Team Sweet and Sour and other people that we've collected over all of these chapters to get to this point. I don't really know what we're going to be getting into. It seems like maybe a little bit of a break from the more action heavy stuff and maybe dealing with a little bit more of like character things, catching up with some people that we haven't seen in a while. I don't know honestly, but I'm excited to see what we're gonna get into. Yes, I'm assuming this is the other people that are part of the tests and stuff. I don't know why we're throwing around insults like that. I don't know why one of us is asleep. Are you related to Lorray? Like, why are we asleep? Chibi Rock is Angie, but I'm sure once they all get reunited, he'll be slightly less so. And like, he's so cute. He is very cute, but he's patient. He's more patient than he has been in the past. We're calling him a pet now. The train is gone with a couple, I forgot, we have a couple people who are in fact on the train. So that is something we're gonna have to go back to at some point. I don't know when. I don't know if we're just gonna leave that thread for a little bit or if we're gonna focus on it. But yes, a couple of people got on the train. Yeah, Bum is having a difficult moment. And Rock is going to be upset. He's going to be there because whenever Bum is injured or unconscious because of injury, usually because of Rachel, let's just face it, Rock is usually there. Got an epilogue though. Interesting. Looks like we're getting to the end of I guess we already had the Revolution Road stuff. We already found out what that was. So it looks like we're going to be jumping into some new plotline stuff, new arc. He's gonna be like, where? Take me to him immediately. I like the what happened. Just suspicion in his eyes. I like how he's like, this shouldn't have happened if you were there. Fair enough. Not strong enough? I don't know. There were lots of stuff happening, and also Tom went a little bit off book. Rock, please. I know that's just in his nature, but the fact that Beta has to be the voice of reason here, I think says a lot. Yeah, it's a good point to be like, just because you have it doesn't mean that you can use that power, right? Just having power doesn't mean that you know how to use it, that you can use it effectively, that your body can hold up against that power. There are so many other factors. And he was like using everything he could possibly get from that power instead of figuring out how to use what he had, right? He was just lashing out desperately. Oh, okay. It's still there. Did we see it? Was I just not paying attention? Hold, please. I didn't see it, but I thought it disintegrated after the fight. I feel like that's an ominous piece of foreshadowing. What do you mean if he uses it again? Yes, we need to be on the train. That is very important to all of this. Okay, we got a little map. This is all very technical. I'm gonna be honest, I don't entirely understand the inner tower, middle area, outer tower dynamic, but I think it's because the tower is like a concept. It messes with my brain because there is an outside, but there's also not an outside, and I feel like my brain is just, I can't, because it's not calling it like the tower is not enough, right? It's not just like a building that they're traveling up and down. It's this weird multi-dimensional place, and my brain's just, I can't, nope. One way? Okay, we're gonna do a train heist? Y'all, I love a train heist, let's do it. It's so crazy, it just might work. You make it sound like, yeah, we'll just do that. Sir, I feel like it'll be more than that. Yes, we don't know who that guy is. I don't know why we're being so cryptic. When y'all are speaking to each other, you know who you're talking about. Why can't we say that? I know it's because so the audience doesn't know, but it doesn't make sense for y'all not to say the name around each other. Yes, bringing people back from the dead is in general bad. Oh, okay, we recognize Violet as a name, don't we? The problems is a bit of an understatement. There's so much at this point. It's been hundreds of chapters. Maybe. I don't really know what Fook is, because which part of Fook, right? There's so many different factions, and they have their own motivations. I'm like, I don't know, it could be anything at this point. Okay, fine. Ominous, but sure. Ooh, he's still wounded. It hasn't been that long, but bumped a number on him. Noted. Oh, how we doing, sweet boy? Yes, we had the ominous calling there. Are we gonna meet whatever entity is inside? Interesting to be like, I'm just a power. I just am. Maybe it's what's left of whatever entity was in the needle or thorn before and isn't actually fully developed. It's just remnants of that entity. I feel like maybe we don't do that. Bomb, you need to not do that. We've established from Beta, hey, if you keep wilding like that, metaphorically you will be torn apart. I'm not entirely sure if it's a metaphor. You'll become quite useful. To whom? We're planning to steal a train, or at least temporarily stop it. That seems like a bad thing. I feel like people might get upset that they have been lied to. Yeah, This place will become a total mess soon. Agreed. I feel like there will be like some kind of rioting. Yeah, y'all, we're gonna want to get out of here as soon as possible. We're teaming up though. We're taking Gentle Giant with us. Let's go. Okay, so we do have a Slayer nominee from before. Trickster seems bad as well. At least we got a name now. Yeah, y'all need to get out. Are we talking to Shibisu? Who are we talking to this time? Like, it's just we'll be walking. Good luck with that. Just want to know who it is. Yes, we cannot walk faster than a train. I love how the line work is like white for him in that panel. It's just cool. Okay, so if we're saying Pei, that makes me think that it's not Shibisu. So it has to be someone else. Oh, did we take the power? Are we good? Bomb sweetie. Yep. It's all you, darling. The two of you, but oh boy, no pressure though. No pressure. All right, where are we catching up? We got a swirling power. Is this Daniel? Because the purple seem to be doing okay. It's good for you to acknowledge, to be like, it was like not great though to be injured by a bomb. The fact that he never like fully fills up, I'm like, that's concerning. Oh, this makes me uncomfortable. Okay, we got the Hell Train now. One specifically after this Slayer nominee. Okay, we got 36. We're looking for 37th. On the way. Love the airship. Super cute design. I like how these are just always the chefs in the cafeterias and stuff. Whom are these group of people? These species. Do we ever learn about them? Isn't seafood a thing in all of the regions? Given the aquatic nature of the tower. I mean, lots of strange things have been happening. It's almost like there's no regular in the tower. Who would have guessed that things would get weird? I think we've already established that Emily is not always the most credible source, but in this case, she is in fact correct. Okay, so we got a month. A little bit of a time jump. Yeah, everyone is just left. An operational error. Good luck with that. Yeah, seemed like they put a band-aid. After what happened at the workshop battles, I think we know that they're okay with just covering things up and moving on. Nothing happened. No problems here. Ooh, I love the connection though to wounds. Like all of these things I was saying before, but weird things keep happening. Strange things breaking the rules keep happening. Not everyone knows that openly, right? But we know that as readers and experiencing the story. And part of that is it's all of these little wounds that are being left behind, right? All of these little moments in Bomb's wake that are disrupting how the tower works, that was foreshadowed like all the way at the beginning. They're like, hey, this is what an irregular is. Chaos tends to happen whenever an irregular is around, which is why there are lots of people in power in the tower who are trying to get rid of those people and to make sure that they don't continue to interfere with how the tower works because they benefit from the current system, right? It's interesting to call those little wounds that they're trying to put a band-aid on. We're splitting up again. I don't always like that, but I get it. I understand. But we got like the core 3 back. Let's go. Yes. Lots of recap happening, so I'm just like trying to get through it because I'm like, I know all this. I just experienced it. I guess that means that it's been a month that Wangnan and Yin have been on the train. So what have they been up to? Are they good? Yes. You both need to stay on top of things. Did we get another costume change from Bomb? Are we being reinvented again? Do we also have like Ockraptors just like also here? It's like the core 3 and Ockraptor. He also got food without you, Rock, which I feel like is probably the bigger issue here. Yeah, you probably went to feast on. Yeah, he knows. I believe that he would. He spent them all on what? Bananas, chocolate bars, snacks. I doubt that. His eyes are closed. I don't trust him. He's hiding it to make sure that they don't feel bad. I guess we also have Misang. She's also here. We have some of Team Sweet and Sour. It is a good tactic to be like, hey, Foog's on this train, and everyone's like, no thanks. Not dealing with that. That doesn't bode well. They're like really and truly on their own then. Okay, so the first move is to get our guide back. That seems like a good plan, especially since she's a little more knowledgeable, a little more experienced, may have some more ideas. Yeah, they didn't really come up with a plan, right? It was just like, hey, can I trust you to do this? Go, because we didn't have time to strategize. How much communication did Khun and Wangnan have before that point? Yeah, we don't want to give Emily any more information. Yep. We don't seem to be moving very fast, considering we're like, go up as fast as we can. I'm like, I don't know, y'all seem to be taking your time a little bit. No, I know it takes a while to move up the tower, I get that, but still. Yeah, he is probably extremely powerful. I'm assuming they said like he was probably erased from the history, so there might not be anything to find. I assume she's going to do whatever it takes to continue up the tower. I feel like probably having a Slayer nominee around would be helpful with that. I like he's hang on. Food is a sticking point here. He is gathering information though. He's like eavesdropping while he's doing it. I don't know why we're being mean, especially since we used to love having meals together on the second floor. I do like the chaos of them though. He is acting strangely. Good note. No, you haven't though. Okay, yes. Smug. A smug jerk, people might say. It's like, recently you're like actually a jerk. Yeah, my point. I'm like, yeah, he's not like the nicest person, but he's not like actually awful. I don't remember being kind to you. He's like, this isn't about me. This is about Bomb and Rock. He isn't trying to put distance between you though. You are. Yeah, he is scary. I get that though. being like a little bit like, I don't know, because again, the friend that he made in Bomb is not the person that he is now, right? And definitely not the person that he was when that power took over. I mean, yeah, and that would mean if they can't keep up, then there'd be like a separation there, right? He'll have to continue on without them because he'll be so much more powerful that it will be holding him back. Maybe that also, he is unstable. That is also important. I don't like this whole head aching thing and the power, I don't know, almost like taking over a bit or sharing space. I'm just like, no, thank you. I was wondering because we had he reached out to the power and I'm just like, hey, what does that mean? What does that mean? I hate that he's catch Rachel. We're not here to catch Rachel. We're here to catch a train. Still worried about him though. I'm assuming that, I know they pass. They continue on later. So dang, dozens of years? That's rough, buddy. You're in for quite a surprise. Like, it's just like, when will he accept it someday? He doesn't have to, okay? You don't get to tell him what he is. Okay, we're doing another team thing. Sounds sports because defensive, offensive. Okay, we need to get to the center. Gotcha. Okay, an hour. Okay, we gotta put the card in. Sure. It's almost like a reverse capture the flag. I'm assuming we won't spend much time with this, given that we know they pass. I feel like we definitely should not let him be aggressive. Good luck with that. I would like to see you try. Honestly, pick a fight with Rock, see how that works out for you. I do find it interesting that there is this disconnect with the team, right? I was talking about how we have the main three again from season 1, right? Bum, Khun, Rock. Always like getting to see those ones actually be able to do stuff together, but there is a different dynamic to it, right? And I feel like Khun's agitation, I put out a few different ideas, but I think it might just be coming from this place of frustration of, I don't know what to do about this. I don't know how to fix this problem of Bomb having this power, being unstable. How do we stabilize him? How do we make sure he's okay? How do we like deal with this completely new experience of someone having this thorn needle inside of them and it's not a stable one to begin with? It's such a unique experience anyway that I don't know how to fix this. And Khun not being able to think through something and have a plan is very frustrating for him. He likes to know stuff and be able to predict things and be able to look at stuff from lots of different angles, that him not being able to find a solution to this is probably really frustrating for him. Not knowing the answer to a puzzle is something that gets under his skin, especially if it is in regards to one of his friends, and not being able to do anything. I'm sure that he's just in this grumpy mindset anyway, but also he's probably constantly trying to find answers, right? The fact that I can't find anything about this Slayer nominee. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to stop this train enough for us to get on. I don't know how to stabilize Bomb. There are so many things that I don't know what to do, how to deal with them, where it's not able to predict, can't handle. That is probably frustrating for him, and he's probably spending a lot of time trying to gather what information he can because he wants to find the solution, right? We know that he is extremely confident when he has a plan and he knows that it's going to work and he has all the information that he needs, and he doesn't at this point, and that is getting under his skin. It's interesting to see that break, especially when he knows that it is super important for him to figure this out for Bomb, because like we got from Beta, if he is unstable again and continues to use his power this way, he's gonna get torn apart. And if we don't find a solution, then there's nothing we can do about that, right? It's something that I think that Khun is struggling with because he's not used to not being able to do anything or not knowing what to do or not having an idea of where he should be putting his efforts. So he's just generally trying to find information and eating out in these public places and trying to overhear what other people are talking about because he's just collecting what information he can from there. So I think that's where a lot of his agitation is coming from, and he can't really relax and spend time with his friends and just go and enjoy a meal because I have to keep trying. I have to keep trying to come up with a solution. So interesting to see some of that disharmony there. And also I think that we're going to be digging a little bit more into Bomb and his internal stuff that he's going through. Literally there's a voice inside of his head now, which is not great. So I think we're going to be digging into that more, probably digging more into him dealing with the fact that Rachel has left him again, and in a pretty brutal way. Going to have to dig a little bit more into that. Interested to see how much of Wangnan and Yin's story we're going to get into, and continuing in this journey with Rachel and Daniel and their quest to go and wake up this Slayer nominee and stuff. Lots of things, a little bit of a slowed down pace a little bit. I feel like the second chapter there was like super dialogue heavy of just, hey, here's some recap of some stuff and dealing with the cool down after all of the more plot action heavy stuff from before. But I hope you enjoyed reading that along with me. You can click this place to go to my previous actions, or you can subscribe next time I post a Tower of God video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.